Hey, what's going on, everybody? Review Man here, and today, this movie is one of the most anticipated movies of the whole summer, and for good reason. Why? Because it's been, come on, there we go. Because it's been for the past 3 weeks ever since it opened. It has been #1 at the box office, and now I, the Review Man, is here to tell you about this movie. Spoilers, if you have not seen it, look away. Go somewhere else. Go watch a movie about a happy little whale for a happy little tree. Go watch a Bob Ross stream. But if you have not seen it, what are you doing here? This contains spoilers about the movie Avengers Infinity War. Now, Avengers Infinity War this was a good movie. It blew me away. This was an emotional roller coaster. Don't go into it if you have not seen all the movies before that. I'm talking about all the Captain Americas, all the Iron Mans, all the Thors, one of the Hulk movies, the Guardians movies, Black Panther. I haven't seen Black Panther, but his home planet Wakanda is in this movie. I haven't seen it yet, but I can still get the gist about what's going on. And in fact, Wakanda is part of one of the main battlegrounds in this movie. So, without further ado, let's get started. The movie opens up with Thanos, this big old purple gorilla grimace looking dude, this ugly looking creature. He talks like this. He's got a gauntlet, and that gauntlet has 5 stones. The 5 stones are the Infinity Stones, because this is a movie about a war for those stones. So without further ado, let's get going, shall we? Okay, it starts out with Thanos getting a stone, destroying Thor's planet, killing Loki, getting in a fight because there's a fight scene with Thor and and Thanos one-on-one. Then there's a fight scene with Hulk versus Thanos one-on-one, and Hulk, he's a strong dude, but he pretty much gets his butt handed to him by Thanos. I mean, if I had two rocks that gave me powers, I'd get my butt handed to me too. So, anyway, Hulk gets sent down to Earth and crashes from space. Hulk gets crashed into Earth, and gets crashed into the New York Sanctum from Doctor Strange. Oh yeah, that's another movie you need to watch before you go see this movie. Is Doctor Strange. Because Doctor Strange, he has one of the stones. He has one of the Infinity Stones. He has the Time Stone, and he crashes into Earth, and he tells the Doctor Strange that Thanos is coming, and Doctor Strange's like, who? And then they explain that part. Then you have Hulk. Then you have Iron Man, and what's to do with the webs? Spider-Man Homecoming. You need to watch that one before you watch this. Actually, Spider-Man Homecoming is more... You really don't need to watch Spider-Man Homecoming. You just need to know that Spider-Man is a teenager in this movie. I mean, he was a teenager. Spider-Man is a teenager in this movie. Yeah, that's all you really need to know. You really don't need to watch Spider-Man Homecoming because it just tells you how he got the suit. You just need to know that basically Tony Stark gave him the Iron Man suit and gave him his other Iron Man suit. But I do like Spider-Man's Spidey sense in this movie. Like whenever his spider sense goes off, his hair stand up like that. And another great appearance by Stan Lee. Stan Lee is the cameo king in this movie. He's Peter Parker's bus driver, but he's only in there like 2 seconds, and he's like, y'all guys act like I've never seen a spaceship before," which is a joke on most of other Stan Lee's cameo appearances, because I think most of the Avengers movies that happen on Earth happen with like within the New York area. But anyway, after after Thanos gets off the ship with the stones, he gets his he has the gauntlet. He has the two stones, two of the power stone, two of the Infinity stones, and then then Thor's like floating through space. He runs into the Guardians of the Galaxy. You got Star-Lord, you got Gamora, you got Thrash, you got Groot, and you got Rocket. You got the 5 Guardians. Well, Yondu was a 6th Guardian, but he died in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Did I mention? Yeah. So Thanos, Thor tells the Guardians about Thanos. They split up. You got Groot, you got Thor, and you got Rocket going to one planet to find the weapon that can kill Thanos. You got you also got Mantis. She was in Guardians too. She's this little and girl. She's this woman with the antennas on her head like a mantis. That's what I call her, mantis, I guess. Then they're going to this other planet to try to find the stone. A good majority of this movie is pretty much them looking for the Infinity Stones. That was about 80. I would say about the 80 to 85% of this movie was them going to look for the Infinity Stones. But let's keep going. And then you have back on Earth, you got Captain, you got Black Widow, you got that was Black Widow. You got Captain, you got Black Widow, you got Falcon, you got numerous of other people. Basically, all the Avengers that appeared in the last movies are in this movie, except Ant-Man and Hawkeye. And there was a funny part in this movie here, like, you got an Ant-Man and you got a Spider-Man? Wow. And Hulk gets going back to Hulk, he pretty much gets his butt handed to him by Thanos. And I think that's either the reason that Bruce Banner was having trouble changing into Hulk whenever he was trying to in 2 battles, because there was a battle he was trying to change into Hulk whenever Iron Man, Spider-Man, and Doctor Strange was trying to fight these dudes in the children of Thanos in New York. And then whenever he was on Wakanda, which is Black Panther's planet, he was trying to change into Hulk, and he was like, "Come on, Hulk, come on, I need you, buddy, come on." And then Hulk came out of Bruce Banner's head. No. Yeah, this was a pretty good movie. And so going on, Thanos gets his hands on all the Infinity Stones, because Doctor Strange gets kidnapped by one of the children of Thanos, one of Thanos' followers, and Thanos is how does he put it? Okay, and then you got Iron Man, and you got Iron Man, and you got Spider-Man. They're talking to Doctor Strange, and then you got Nebula. Oh wait, I'm jumping ahead of myself. Here. Yeah, Gamora pretty much tells Star-Lord that if I ever go join back up with Thanos, you'll kill me. And then he's like, "Okay, I'll promise." Makes that promise, and then they both, and the rest of the Guardians that's not with Thor, they arrive on the Collector's planet, and the Collector is pretty much forced into submission to give Thanos the next stone, but Gamora's holding back a secret, Gamora knows where the stone is, and so she ends up joining with Thanos. Thanos is pretty much powerful by now because he has all the stones. He kills Gamora. I'm trying to wrap this up. My he kills Gamora. There's a fight. So he pretty much has all the stones. Doctor Strange gives him his stone, just to sacrifice, just to keep Iron Man alive after their fight on Titan. After their fight on Titan, Titan's the planet that Thanos is from, and there's pretty much a bunch of backstory in this movie. There's back. I wouldn't mind seeing a Thanos movie. Tell you the truth, tell you how Thanos got into where he was in Guardians. So anyway, let's keep going. There's everybody's fight. There's pretty much fights on 3 different planets. There's a fight on Earth. There's a fight on Wakanda, which is Black Panther's planet. And the whole reason Wakanda is in there in the first place is so they can try to reprogram Vision, so that he can get the stone that's on his head destroyed, because Thanos can't get it. But Thanos outsmarts him. He ends up killing everybody after he kills Wakanda. He kills Gamora to let her get so he can get the stone. He gets no, he kills Gamora. Yes, he kills Gamora so he can get the Soul Stone. He kills everybody after he has all the stones, because he becomes like this ruthless guardian. And they think all hope is lost until Thor comes down and gets this axe that he was getting on that planet. And this movie has a pretty good cameo. Actually, not a cameo. Brings in the character Peter Dinklage. Peter Dinklage, he's this dude that helps Thor and Groot and Rocket get the axe that can just. So Thor comes down, helps he pretty much kills everybody that's on the attack on Wakanda, and he takes the axe to Thanos, and he thinks he had Thanos defeated, but Thanos is like, "Why didn't you aim for the head?" Because he takes the axe through Thanos' chest, and he clutches his fist with the Infinity Gauntlet. It's completely destroying everybody, because all the Avengers, mostly all the Avengers are dead, and at this point you got, let's see, I forgot who. Hang on, let me. Even good old Spider-Man is dead right after in this movie. Right after in this movie, he was like, Iron Man said, "Yeah, you're an Avenger." Yeah, Spider-Man dies. Spider-Man dies. Doctor Strange dies. Pretty much all the Guardians die. Because whenever Thanos did clutch the Infinity Gauntlet together, that pretty much wiped out all the life half the life in the universe, and that includes the Avengers. You think the Avengers was safe from a big old gorilla-looking dude with a gold gauntlet that has all the Infinity Stones? Haha, think again. Shoot. I think all the Avengers that were on Wakanda are still alive, except Scarlet Witch and Vision, because Vision had the last stone. But after Thanos got it, no more stone for Vision, because Vision was pretty much the last. had the last stone that Thanos needed. Holt is still Bruce Banner's still alive. This movie was pretty good, and at the end of it, yes, let's see. But Thanos. I want to read you off a list of everybody that's died in this movie. Okay, let's see. You got Groot that's dead, and he ain't coming back because if you've seen the I think it was the first Guardians, whenever Groot pretty much wraps himself around all the Guardians to sacrifice himself or to make a protective shield, he ain't coming back. You got Drax that's dead. Quill, Star-Lord's dead. Doctor Strange is dead. Peter Parker, Spider-Man is dead. Let's see. Captain America, Iron Man's still alive. Nebula's still alive. Captain America's still alive. Let's see. Rocket's still alive. Pretty much half of the Avengers are still alive, half are dead. This was a pretty good movie, and it was pretty good. But the only thing that sucked, they bring on Nick Fury back after they bring on Nick Fury back. He only gets like a 2-second cameo at the end of the movie, and he pretty much sends out this distress signal. He throws a beeper down on the ground because he dies. And he pretty much sends out this distress signal that looks like a Captain America symbol. It's like a red, white, and blue. Pretty much looks like a Captain America symbol. And I guess they wanted to kill off his character because they show that he was still alive. And good old Samuel L. Jackson, they brought him back. So yeah, anyway, that was, and then Thanos pretty much hides on another planet to recover. To recover what? He was in complete power this entire movie. And at the end of it says Thanos will return. Nobody was cheering for the bad guy to return. So yeah, anyway, guys, that was Avengers: Infinity War. It was a pretty good movie. I can see why everybody was waiting for this movie to come back. Obviously, why everybody was waiting for this movie to come out. This was a pretty good movie, I tell you. I'd go see it again. I think I'm gonna wait for the DVD to come out to get it. I might. So that I'm gonna read you off. I'm gonna tell you everybody that died again. And even there was a pretty cool part in this movie where Bruce Banner, he was wearing the Hulk Buster suit that Iron Man made. I guess he made it for him. But there was a lot of death in this movie. A lot of death. Even Loki died. He killed Loki, and that was part of why. That was part of why Avengers. That was part of why Thor wanted to get revenge on Thanos, because he killed his brother. I don't have a brother, but if somebody killed my brother, I want to get revenge on him. Come on, you stupid computer. Gamora, you even got Thor's buddy that sends the that sends the um that sends the bridge from Asgard to Earth. He died. You got Gamora that's died because she was a main part. That was the main part of um how Thanos got the Infinity, the Soul Stone. You got Vision died because he had one of the Infinity Stones in his head. You got Falcon that died. He died on Wakanda helping Black Panther. You got Scarlet Witch that died. She died saving her boyfriend, helped saving her boyfriend Vision. You got Black Panther that died. Groot died. Good old Groot. Vin Diesel Groot. We won't ever see him again. Star-Lord died. Drax died. Mantis died. Spider-Man died. We just got to know Spider-Man. We just got to know Spider-Man. Doctor Strange died. He had one of the Infinity Stones. Mara Hill died. Oh, no, she didn't really have a big part. Nick Fury died. The first time that we seen on Nick Fury was whenever he was in Iron Man, telling him about the Avengers initiative. War is hell. So yeah, anyway, guys, let's see, we do know that Hawkeye, Ant-Man still. Oh yeah, two of my favorite characters weren't in this movie. Ant-Man, Paul Rudd, he wasn't in this movie because he wasn't hiding, and Hawkeye, he was also in hiding. But I think the next Avengers we are going to see is Ant-Man versus the Wasp, or Ant-Man and the Wasp, however they're going to label that one. So yeah, anyway, guys, this was a pretty good movie. I give it a 5 out of 5. So yeah, I am the Review Man. You are you. Thank you for watching, and yeah, that's about does it. So have a good one, guys.